G'day punters and welcome to another update from Novak Bet, Australia's favourite sports betting agency. My name is Heater and boy, do we have a super special edition for all of you today. Our favourite punter and friend, Susanne Novak, is turning 50. And for those of you that are not across her birthday plans, she's headed over to the Coachella Music Festival in California, one of the many stops on her big birthday tour. Now, those of you who know Susanne well, you may have travelled with her. You will be aware that when she does travel, random things do tend to happen. So here at Novak Bet, we thought we'd frame some markets around those things happening, and hopefully it'll help us all follow her trip a little closer, and you can also potentially make yourselves just a little bit of pocket money. So let's get cracking with the odds. First up, we have the Coachella trip betting. Number one, if Susanne manages at any point to confuse the US or Australian dollar exchange rate, that's going to pay $1.01. If Sue forgets where she's staying and where her hotel is, after a few drinks, you never know, that'll pay $1.05. Now, if Sue gets a tattoo or gets a piercing, there's sensational value to be had. And hey, people go a little bit crazy when they turn 50. If Sue thinks one artist is actually somebody else, that'll pay $1.25, because the older you get, the more those millennials look the same. If Sue manages to bump into somebody that she knows, that'll pay $1.30, and of course that's going to happen. If at any point Sue uses the men's toilets because the line to the ladies is just way too long, that'll pay $1.45. Now, if Sue cannot connect to data whilst on the trip, that will pay $1.75, because all those young hipster kids, they've got to upload their videos to the gram. Now, if Sue misses an act because she underestimates how far the walk is to the next festival stage, that'll pay $1.95. If she has a wardrobe malfunction, now I know those festivals have some pretty rocky ground, so if she pops a heel at any point, there is some great value to be had. We all know what Sue's like in the looks department, so if she colours, cuts or blow dries her hair, that's going to pay $2.50, because it's not just about the music, it's also about looking good. If Sue shares a video of herself in a karaoke bar, that's going to pay $3.20. And let's face it, if there is one nearby, she's guaranteed to find it. If Sue takes a photo with somebody wearing the exact same outfit she is, that'll pay $4. And look, there's no shame in that. And lastly, given how great she looks for the age of 50, if at any point anybody doesn't believe how old she is, which we know is going to happen, that will pay $1.01. Superb value. Get around it if you can. Now, we've got some more specials coming your way. And those of you that may have noticed that some certain markets were missing from that first list of odds, well, you are absolutely correct. There are some things that we know are going to happen. The odds are so short, it would be a waste of our time and yours if we framed any markets. So just to tell you, the following markets are completely closed. If Sue gets sunburnt, if she wears her festival wristband on the flight home, if she messes up any song lyrics, or if she wets her pants from laughing too hard. You cannot bet on those. The markets are closed, because let's face it, we're a betting agency, not a charity. Okay, coming up, we have this week's 3-part multi, which is another ripper. And this week we're focusing on the socials, because we all know just how much Sue loves to indulge in a bit of online work. So if Sue posts something on Facebook with the hashtag living your best life, if she posts a blurry picture of someone famous, or if she manages to spell Coachella wrong, if all these things happen, we're going to pay you a very, very tasty $9. Coming up now, we have the drunk dialing special, which at some point many of us have received. So the over and under line, okay, so the number of drunken or tipsy phone calls Sue makes whilst overseas and potentially doesn't remember is 11. And the line for that is $1.95. All right, now it's time for the big one, the Sue Novak Quaddie. Now this takes place on days 4, 5, 6, and 7 of her trip. So if Sue manages to lose these items or any of these items on those 4 days, there will be some sensational value. What are those items? Those items are her phone, her room key, her sunglasses, her voice, her passport, her credit card, any of her traveling buddies, and lastly, her dignity. We know some of those things are going to happen. Again, tremendous value to be had. All right, there you have it. Something for everyone. Hang on a sec. Wait, I'm on the air. There's another market. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. This is incredibly unprecedented. All right. No, I can do it. All right. There's a last minute special for you lucky people out there. And even though she is old enough to know better, we think that Sue just might get a little bit excited on this trip. She might overindulge. So if Sue manages to have the number of cheeky festival spews for this trip is 3, and we will be paying $2.50. If Sue spews 3 times, $2.50 for you guys. And wait, there is an early payout warning. If Sue has a cheeky little vom on day number 1, we will pay out early. Fantastic stuff. There is definitely something to keep all the punters out there interested. Let's all get around Susanne. Let's send her off in style. Susanne, mate, have a fantastic birthday. Have a brilliant time at the festival. Stay safe. Happy punting. And please, always remember to travel responsibly.